Please use the Zoom hand raise function if you'd like to ask a question, and then we will call on you. We will begin with Brandon from esports.gg.
Thank you. I'll address this to Sam. A huge debut on the international stage. I know it's tough to go out on a loss like this. Arguably, the best Valorant series we've ever seen. I just would like to ask you what you thought of your performance throughout the tournament.
Um, I think individually, I'm pretty proud of myself. I could have stepped up more towards this last BO3, but I think overall, I think pretty happy about our performance, but not enough.
Thank you. We'll go next to Michael Czar from Upcomer.
Yeah, this will be for FNS. Obviously, you as well as Vic and the Opt and Crashies have history between yourselves and the Loud Core. And yet again, the match was a close one. How do you feel about both the teams' roster changes heading into 2023?
I think both teams did a pretty good job of filling up the spaces that the other players left behind. And obviously you can see that on stage as well. It's obviously a close game. Could have gone either way, but yeah.
Thank you. We'll go next to Ashir Ahmed from The Spike.
Hi. In Alpha tournament, you had the chance to look at other teams and stake out the competition for regular season. How confident do you feel about the NRG roster in its current form? This question is for anyone who would like to answer.
I think we have like good teamwork and fundamentals, but obviously like this event helped expose some of our flaws. So as long as we correct them, I think, we'll probably qualify for Masters and like whatever events come forward.
Thank you. We'll go next to Declan from Deserto.
Hi, my question's for artists. I was just wondering on Pearl, when you and Loud both had Harbor and Viper, and since you're kind of on the point of the attack, like how chaotic does it get when both teams have both walls up and water's pushing everywhere? Like how does communication kind of flow in the moment? And is it really just like spraying and praying most of the time, or is it more kind of strategic than that?
Sometimes, yeah, I think you have to just spray the common spots where they might be. I've done that a lot, but I think when there's like 4 walls up, like 2 orbs, I think you just have to spray and pray a little bit because you're not really going to get an aim duel when there's so many little angles. So I just sprayed a lot and got a few kills.
Thanks. We'll go next to Zach from esports.gg.
Hello. Firstly, I think that was the best game of the tournament so far. Nice try. You guys almost did it. So my question is to anybody who would like to answer. Basically, on both maps, on Pearl as well as Fractures, you guys had like a really commendable lead when you were starting out in the second half, but it just seemed like there was a lot of flagging behind and a lot of mistakes. So what was the atmosphere like when it went to OT both times?
I would say the atmosphere was fine, honestly. Like it was a pretty fun game to play. I don't think anyone was ever like negative or anything. Like I always thought that we had it in the bag. It was just unfortunate a few overtime rounds didn't go our way, but yeah, it was fine. Like you're gonna make mistakes sometimes. It's fine. Like you can't really dwell on it. So
Thank you. We'll go next to Nicholas Rocha.
Hi guys, GG. This is for Crashes. You took the advantage 2 times in the extra time. What do you think was missing to close the game?
yeah, we had a couple of rounds where we screwed up. Definitely having the advantage. I don't know. It's just like little things, like certain communication issues or just not on the same page. So it's really fixable. We're not going to dwell on it. It is what it is.
We'll go next to Brandon from esports.gg.
Thank you. Crashy's kind of touched on it there, but this will be for Chet. You'd mentioned, the flaws kind of being pointed out in this tournament. What kind of specifics can you give on what those flaws might be that you want to work on before the league starts?
I think it's pretty like obvious. We like lose so many post plants, so definitely something we had to focus on. I think it's probably just too relaxed in these situations or too comfortable doing certain things. So we just have to try some new stuff in those kind of situations and see how it helps us.
Thanks. We'll go next to Ariella, who's in the room.
Hi guys, this is Ariella from Valorant Zone. Sorry about the loss, but you guys, even though you guys lost, you guys had a great game. So I want to ask to anyone who feel comfortable to answer. Do you guys think this could be an early final for this VCT?
Maybe. It's so early to tell. There's so many good teams. yeah, I don't know. It's too early to tell, but it was definitely a fun, crazy game.
Thank you. We'll go next to Pablo and Augustin Moro.
Hello for everyone. My question is for FNS. What do you think have been the team's strengths and weakness today?
Strengths were definitely composure, which has been a strength of ours for like a very long time, not just our core, but the team in general. And as far as weaknesses, miscommunication in the post plants, having a lot of advantages and messing them up due to miscons and kind of not peaking together, little things that, you know, kind of accumulated into one loss.
Thanks.
Thank you. These will be our final 3 questions. We'll go first to Zach from esports.gg. Okay, that I think it was just a late hand. Nicholas, you had one more question?
No, sorry.
Yes.
I was muted.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Go
Yeah,
ahead, Zach.
so yeah, my question would be again to anybody who would like to answer. Seeing that this is the first time that you guys are facing off this year, do you think that in the future you will be able to take down Loud, and to do so, what exactly is the main thing that you need to like fix in the league?
I think this question was already asked, Zach. We're going to move on to the next one. Rohan from esports.gg.
Hello guys, commiserations on your loss. Loud, obviously they've added 2 new players, Kwanzin and Twiz, and they had excellent performances today. This question is for either Shet or FNS, whoever wants to answer. What are your thoughts on those two new players and how they've integrated into Loud's roster?
Well, I knew going into the series that they brought a lot of individual skill. Like they fill the shoes of like Saucy Pancata pretty well, like in terms of skill. I wasn't too sure like how it was in their structure, but they seemed to be doing a good job. So, I mean, it seemed like really good pickups for them.
And we'll close the conference with Nicholas. You have the last question.
Okay, this is for Finesse. We can see a lot of executes in the extra time. Why not play a little slower?
We had a read on their defense style. They like to overstack sometimes, and they kind of left Aspas on an island a little bit. And if he missed or hit his shot, he would just leave and they'd play retake on the bomb sites. We just blew the post plants. There's a lot of times we had the post plant. Sometimes it was 5v5, sometimes it was 5v4 in our favor, and we'd still lose. So that's why we were playing quickly.
Thank you.
NRG, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. We, 1 second, excuse me. Can I ask her to move? Thank you. Thank you. We are joined by Loud, who are coming off of their victory against NRG. We're going to start with the English-speaking media just to minimize the amount of translation that's needed so that the Brazilian media can also hear the answers. We'll begin with Brandon from esports.gg.
Thank you. Congratulations on the win, guys. I'm going to ask this to Sadak. After the Carmine Corp victory, I kind of asked you what you thought about your new guys compared to the new guys on NRG. Well, now I want to ask you the same question. They showed up big in this matchup, so I just want to know your thoughts on the performance they had, and if you think this team, has that championship caliber roster that you guys had with Loud last year as well.
Well, all I have to say is like they are really talented. They are really hardworking guys. We are still learning. For us, everything is part of the experience. We are learning a lot. Yeah, that's pretty much my answer.
Okay, we'll go next to Declan from Deserto.
Hi guys, this is also for Sadak. So I was just wondering on Pearl with both teams picking Viper and Harbor, how chaotic were those rounds when both teams had like utility going up?
Yeah, they were really chaotic. Wall after wall after wall after wall. Yeah, I pretty much didn't understand what was happening, but yeah, it is what it is. It's Valorant 2023, right?
We'll go next to Zach from esports.gg.
Thank you. My question is to Sadak as well. So, on Pearl, you guys were, I think the score was like 11-5, and you guys made like a huge comeback to take it to overtime. What was the atmosphere like among the players? What were you really telling them and keeping like the motivation up?
It wasn't only me. It was more of a team effort. We prioritize a lot our mentality. We train a lot our mentality. We have a psychologist for that. And for us, it's not over till it's over, We're always just trying to win.
Thanks. We'll go next to Rohan from esports.gg.
Hello guys, congrats on your win. This question is also for Sadak. Your team uses a double duelist comp and you are one of the duelists, but you're also the in-game leader. How does being a duelist and the in-game leader, how do you handle that? Does it change your approach to the leadership role?
I think I'm able to perform really well on second duelist because my team really trusts me. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit confident every time we play on stage being a duelist, because for me it's kind of new. And the leadership, the way I see it, I'm not affected by it. I think it only makes me stronger. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty much very good doing it.
We'll go to Ashir Ahmed next.
Did getting the win early and on split with a 13-3 margin like boost your confidence into the matchup, or was it something you overlooked and took every match as is and did not be too comfortable?
For us, it doesn't matter if we open up with a big lead because we have our feet on the floor. We always try to be humble. We know that team is really talented, so for us it was like, okay, we have a lead. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep doing what we're doing great. And yeah, that's it.
We'll go next to Michael Czar from Upcomer.
This will actually be for Fraud. Now that with this win, you guys are now in the top 4. Considering the roster changes you guys had to make coming into this season, what's your overall perspective on this run so far?
I mean, we're just really happy. For us as a team, we know that we had to work very hard to get our feet under us, get the players accustomed to the new role, myself with the bigger voice in the team as well. So for us, this is just an amazing experience. We've been, like I said, we've been working really hard. So we came into this to get as much experience as we can, do the best that we can. And, we let the results kind of, play out. And like I've been telling the guys ever since I've been with them, as long as we focus more on practice, matches will just be an extension of that. So just really happy with where everyone's at, where we're developing, and the future's really bright.
Thank you. We'll go next to Lucas Bouth from esports. Oh no, you're sorry, that's Brazilian media. We'll come back to you in one moment. Let's go to Juan Pablo Torres from Prensa Esports.
Yeah, thank you. My question is for Tuis. So last year with TBK, you couldn't even qualify for champions. You were just one step away, and now months later, you have won at home in Brazil. It's the whole region supporting you, and it was undoubtedly the best game of the tournament. So what would you say to that Tuis, who surely had a hard time losing in the LCQ, and months later has achieved something like today?
Então, essa pergunta agora para o Tuis, meio que comparando que na primeira vez foi meio difícil, você não conseguiu nem qualificar, mas agora você aqui jogando em casa, com a torcida do seu lado, você conseguiu uma vitória bem expressiva. O que que foi essa diferença? O que que teve de diferente?
Eu acho que, sei, acho que todos aqui estão tipo, conectados na mesma sintonia. Acho que o time está se encaixando muito bem. Estou muito feliz de fazer parte disso e estamos indo para cima. E é muito louco jogar aqui com a torcida e com tudo, sabe? E tá dando certo, graças a Deus. E é isso, só tenho a agradecer.
So I think overall the whole team is like all synced up, but like we're all playing very well, very connected, and I'm really happy to be part of this. It's crazy to be able to play with the crowd on our side here in our home ground, and I'm happy that everything we've been training so far is working very well.
We'll go next
Thank
to
you.
Camus from SpikeTap. Camus, your mic is muted.
Okay, sorry. Hey, my question is, I guess for anyone in particular, or Fraud, if you want to answer this, but yeah, I mean, we've seen pretty much all of Group Alpha. We're about to have the last matchup right now, DRX and Talon. You've clearly proven that you're one of the better groups, at least or one of the better teams out of this group, perhaps the whole tournament. Everybody expected that coming in. So I just wanted to ask if you have a message for the rest of the teams in the other group or the teams that you're getting ready to face in this group potentially later on in the final, or just a message in general to teams out there for a little bit of banter.
No comment.
Okay.
We're just focused on ourselves and whoever's in front of us, we're going to do the best that we can, but there's no message for anyone else. We focus on messages for our team only.
Perfect.
Thanks. We'll get to everybody who has their hand up, but I do want to start incorporating Brazilian media. Ariella, we'll start with you.
Boa tarde, meninos. Ariel do Valorant Zone. Parabéns pela vitória. Essa pergunta, eu acho que é pro Twist, porque foi você que no fim do jogo, você que levantou e parecia que estava falando algo pro time da NRG, né? Meio que como um trash talk. E se foi você, o que foi que você falou pro outro time? Se não quiser falar nada explícito, tudo bem também.
Ah, era só uma gracinha, né? Ele começou a rir pra mim também. No meio do jogo não tinha acabado. E no final do jogo eu ri de volta, sabe? Então, mas é mais uma gracinha do jogo mesmo. O Crash é um cara muito bom e eu admiro o cara, não tem nada contra não. Saudável, gostei.
We'll take the next question from the room.
Acho que tá ligado. Igor Oliveira pro Esporte GG. Eu queria ouvir do Aspas um pouco como é que foi, porque no segundo mapa vocês perderam e no terceiro mapa você entrou, meio que parecia que você estava querendo chamar a responsabilidade e se acabou como o jogador mais bem hateado dentro do servidor. Eu queria saber como é que foi esse processo de troca de mapas. Se você pensou alguma coisa específica ou se foi a mesma coisa?
Não, foi a mesma coisa. Literalmente entrei igual no outro mapa. Só que acabou que nesse mapa, mais pro final ali, ele foi ficando mais divertido, eu posso dizer. Eu tava me divertindo bastante jogando nesse mapa. Eu já tava me divertindo jogando contra eles, porque sempre é legal jogar contra esse core da Optic. Então, sinceramente, eu acho que na Fracture eu só tava me divertindo mais.
Eu não,
Obrigado.
tá tomando só na
Thanks.
cara. Tá tomando na cara sempre.
Eu sou o Bianco Landi do Ponto Zero. Eu queria saber, assim, dizem que é pior do que chegar ao topo é se manter no topo, né? E eu gostaria de saber o que vocês fazem para poder manter essa energia toda ali em cima, até talvez um trocadilho com o nome do outro time, mas enfim. Mas e também como é que vocês fazem para preparar muito bem esses jogadores mais jovens para poder se saírem tão bem em situações de clutch, de mais pressão, né?
Cara, eu acho que o que faz a gente se manter no topo, né? Além de chegar no topo, é sempre manter o pé no chão, sempre entender que o inimigo também quer muito ganhar e sempre muito trabalho duro, realmente muito trabalho duro. Entender que estamos aqui para trabalhar, além de para jogar, né? Então levamos muito a sério toda preparação mental, preparação física, preparação dentro e fora do jogo. E mesmo dando muitas complicações fora, que foi a gente ficando doente, que foi muitas situações tristes por fora, a gente se manteve unido como um time, a gente se manteve no dia a dia focado e deu no que está dando agora.
Show, muito obrigado.
Thanks. We'll go next to MGG.
Oi, meu nome é Maria Eduarda, eu sou do MGG, e minha pergunta é mais para o Sadak e para o Les. Pode ir? Eu queria saber como vocês estão enxergando o torneio agora, né? Porque vocês falaram nas primeiras coletivas da questão da experiência, de testar a line, e agora vocês estão na semifinal, né? Chegaram na final do seu grupo. E eu queria saber como que vocês enxergam e se ainda falta alguma coisa para a Loud provar nesse torneio.
Olha, a gente pode estar na semifinal, mas eles continuam tendo 17 e 19 anos, ou seja, são nenéns ainda, eles têm que aprender, todo mundo tem que aprender muito, então vamos com a mesma mentalidade, a gente falou que é uma experiência para, esse torneio é uma experiência para aprender, então estamos utilizando tudo, o máximo de aprendizado de todos os confrontos que a gente está tendo, então seja que a gente perca ou seja que a gente ganhe todo o campo, vai ser a mesma mentalidade que a gente vai manter.
Thank you. We have one more question in the room. Go ahead.
Só de curiosidade, aspas, aqui de novo, Igor, o pessoal tá perguntando lá fora por que que você carrega os bichinhos de pelúcia. E por que que são bichinhos de pelúcia diferentes cada jogo.
Estamos precisando de muita energia, né?
Eles são uma energia positiva. Muita sorte tá envolvida nesses cachorros. Eu gosto de cachorro também. E a foca é o cachorro do mar.
Ah, entendi. Obrigado.
Cara, agora eu entendi.
Agora eu entendi.
Caralho,
Falei, na foca ali.
Cachorro do mar, sou rato.
We'll go next to Wesley from the Clutch.
Primeiramente, boa tarde, meninos. Segundamente, para quem eu passo a conta do cardíaco, porque realmente o pessoal teve um treco. A pergunta vai ser direcionada para o Cauãzinho e para o Twiz. Essa foi a primeira vez que vocês enfrentaram aí um jogo de alto nível contra a equipe que foi rival da Loud na temporada passada. Queria que cada um de vocês comentasse um pouco essa adrenalina de ter jogado 2 mapas no limite e terem conseguido ser tão impactantes para poder colocar a Loud no top 4 do lock-in.
Pô, acho que tá sendo uma sensação única, principalmente, eu acho que eu até falei na entrevista de hoje que eu dei pra Riot, que, mano, ano passado eu não achava que eu tava, tipo, no nível parecido com a, como é que fala? Com a Optic, né? Muito por causa que a gente perdia muito pra Loud, e eu vi ele jogando acirrado, eu falei, mano, deve ser incrível tá jogando contra esses caras, principalmente nesse nível, que é um dos mais altos do Valorant, e, pô, pra mim tá sendo uma das melhores sensações da minha vida. Ou se não é melhor.
Thanks. We'll go next to Roldi from Agente Sem Lineo.
Boa tarde, parabéns pela vitória. Minha pergunta para Les. Les, depois de ter um split que foi perdido no overtime, o que você acha que foi o mais importante para que o time consiga ganhar o Fracture também no overtime?
Acredito que a principal diferença que a gente teve foi o estudo depois que a gente teve na split, né? Toda derrota ensina a gente muito, né? Sobre o mapa, sobre o time, sobre os nossos erros, principalmente. E aquela derrota foi bem dolorida, né? Porque foi o nosso encerramento da Dinamarca. Então a gente teve muito tempo para aprender aquela split. E mesmo depois que ela saiu, a gente ainda tinha aquela sabedoria que a gente teve da derrota, sabe? Então quando a gente voltou para essa split agora, foi bem mais fácil pra gente, porque a gente já conhecia muito do mapa. Então a gente acabando tendo essa facilidade, sabe?
Thanks. We'll go next to Lucas from esports.net Brazil.
Boa tarde, pessoal. Aqui é o Lucas do Esportes.net. Durante o Media Day, perguntaram para alguns jogadores e o Cauãzinho respondeu que o time que ele mais desejava enfrentar era Sentinels, num confronto futuro. E eu queria saber se, dos demais jogadores e até do coach, qual é o time que vocês desejariam enfrentar no lock-in?
Cara, eu acho que o Frode falou muito bem quando fiz uma pergunta similar. A gente simplesmente está fazendo um passo a passo. Qualquer time que esteja na nossa frente, a gente vai dar nosso máximo, vamos a estudar, vamos a dar todo o respeito merecido E é isso realmente. A gente não tem nenhuma, como que poderia falar, prioridade, né? A gente só o que tem na frente, vamos lá no seu máximo.
Sim, eu quero enfrentar a Slick.
Essa daí já foi.
Essa aí já foi a vez.
Já foi.
Nós somos Slick.
Nós somos Slick. Nossa, só verdades.
Muito obrigado.
We'll go next to Flamita from Valoriando.
Hola, parabéns por the victory. Mi pregunta es para Sadak, en Argentina. ¿Cómo estás? Primero, principalmente mi pregunta es, ¿cuál fue la clave para mantenerse enfocado en ese último mapa con tantos idas y vueltas en el Fracture? ¿Y cuál crees que son las fortalezas de este nuevo layout de 2023?
Mira, voy de a poco. Cuando realmente nosotros jugamos el round a round, o sea, hasta que no aparece derrota o victoria, no paramos un segundo. Y si tendría que decir una de las fortalezas es que los chicos quieren ganar muchísimo, son muy humildes, no tienen un ego inflado, trabajan muy duro. Entonces, básicamente eso.
Muchas gracias y felicitaciones a todo el equipo.
Gracias.
Thanks. We'll go next to back to Wesley.
A pergunta agora é para o Freud. A gente sabe que a partir de agora vocês vão jogar séries melhor de 5 e os adversários que vocês vão enfrentar serão do Pacífico. E a gente sabe que a galera da Ásia é muito forte em mapas como Split e Heaven. Você acredita que toda a preparação que vocês tiveram para Madrid também vai servir bastante e vocês vão estar bem preparados para esses mapas que a gente sabe que eles são bastante perigosos e sempre tem estratégias para jogar principalmente contra times do Ocidente?
Sí, nos trabajamos muy duro en todas las mapas, estamos prontos para cualquier mapa estamos jugando. Para nos, la concentración es tener un game plan propio para cualquier team que estamos jugando. Vamos a ver un poco ahora DXX y Talent, ver contra cómo sale él y averiguamos eso cuando el tiempo viene.
Thanks. We will go next to Camus from SpikeTap. Camus, did you have one more question? I think your mic is muted. Okay, we will move on then to Rohan from esports.gg.
Yeah, this question is for the newcomers, Toys and Konzin. So this match, obviously you played in the arena and there was a massive crowd. How was your experience when you remove your headsets and you see so many Brazilians cheering for you at the arena, at the stadium?
Essa pergunta agora é direcionada aos mais novatos. Vocês jogando agora aqui com a arena cheia, como é que foi essa sensação de vocês tirarem o headset e verem a galera ali torcendo, vibrando por vocês?
Eu falei? Mete marcha. Mano, pra mim foi incrível, velho, sério mesmo. E principalmente por conta de minha família. Esse foi o primeiro jogo que minha família assistiu, então acho que eles conhecerem assim, como se fosse o meu trabalho, né? É algo que tá sendo muito, 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 muito bom pra mim.
So it's been incredible, especially that my family, like this was literally the first game that they like stopped to watch. I think that finally they got to know like what is my work, what am I doing like as work. It's just incredible.
Thanks. We will go to Juan Pablo Torres from Prensa Esports.
Yeah, thank you. My second question is for Raspas. So even NRG agreed that this was a great game, and the best thing about it is that there will be clashes like this every week as soon as the Americas League starts. Do you think it will be the best league of the three that there will be, and excited for it to start?
Traduz, Arthur.
Então, até a NRG mesmo acha que foi um jogo assim bem pegado, foi um bom jogo. O que você acha que foi com relação a esse jogo, do tipo, o estilo que vocês já esperam de ser daqui para frente desse nível, ou o que vocês estão esperando?
Eu acho que eu já esperava que seria um jogo bem complicado contra a NRG, porque os caras são um time muito bom, eles já tinham um core bom, os dois novos players também são muito bons, então eu já esperava que fosse um jogo muito difícil, e eu acho que quando tiver a Liga das Américas vai continuar sendo assim, jogos difíceis, porque são muitos times bons, a gente tá numa liga muito forte, e então eu espero que daqui para frente, e acho que serão jogos mais difíceis, muito difíceis.
Thank you.
So in the end, like, yes, we were expecting a hard game because they do have like formidable players. They're new players as well. They play and perform very well. And I believe that as soon as the NA league starts, the level gonna set even from here to higher and things can be even harder and we're gonna be like just improving.
We'll go to Nicolas Rocha from Directo Bogota.
Hi guys, GG for Loud. My question is for Sadak in Spanish. Hola Matías, primero transmitirte el cariño desde Colombia y
Gracias.
pues felicitaciones a todo el equipo por la victoria. Y en segundo lugar, preguntarte daba la impresión de que empezaron ustedes perdiendo los dos primeros tiempos extras, las dos primeras series, y que quien ganara el ataque se llevaba el mapa. ¿Lo sintieron así?
Mira, la verdad que no. Sí empezábamos perdiendo los overtimes, pero al mismo tiempo jamás desistimos por un momento. Sabíamos que faltaba solamente un detalle para poder ganar, entonces nos concentramos en hacer lo que hacemos bien, hacer el paso a paso correctamente, y eso hizo que nos quedáramos con el overtime, ¿no? Del segundo mapa, del tercer mapa por lo menos.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
We'll go to Wesley next from the Clutch.
Juro que minha última pergunta. Lais, a gente viu uma cena um tanto inusitada com você no intervalo dos jogos, utilizando o mouse no rosto, quando eu estava praticando no Lab. Queria que você comentasse se isso é uma forma de calibrar para poder a mira começar a encaixar antes do início das partidas.
Cara, eu pensei nos dois, sabe? Tipo, além de conseguir treinar a mira, eu conseguiria aquecer a cabeça. Então o cérebro viria mais ativado. Então foi esse meu pensamento.
Incrível.
Caralho, Wesley, primeira vez que não perguntou pro Sadak, hein?
Relaxa, eu tô guardando pro dia 2.
Meu Deus.
Já vem 500 pro Sadak.
We'll take the next question from the room.
Yes, I have.
La pregunta es para Sadak, si puede ser en español. Te han preguntado ya sobre el tema de jugar duelista, pero sí que me gustaría que profundizaras un poco más en el tema de compaginar ser IGL y duelista, especialmente en momentos de más tensión como es esto, donde necesitas pararte, pensar y aparte cumplir tu rol. ¿Has notado como mucha presión en ese sentido o te ha afectado más que en otros partidos tensos cuando no tenías también la responsabilidad del duelista?
Mira, el problema realmente de ser duelista y ser IGL es que demanda muchísima atención las dos veces. Y es un equilibrio muy, muy difícil de tener. Pero gracias a Dios yo tengo a mis compañeros que me ayudan mucho, me dan mucha seguridad a la hora de decir, bueno, en este momento voy a ser el duelista, no hay más IGL. Ustedes que hagan lo que tengan que hacer. Y tengo muy buenas voces, les está aprendiendo muchísimo a hacer esa parte. Aspas me ayuda muchísimo también, no es que estoy 100% IGL. Entonces hace que ese cambio que tengo que hacer lo hace muchísimo más fácil porque sé que no estoy abandonando al equipo en ningún momento.
Gracias.
Gracias.
Camus, did you have a question or is your hand just still up from the previous time? Okay, I think he's missing. Nicholas, did you have one more question?
Yes.
Okay,
Otra vez para Matías. Matías, da la impresión, no sé si se puede percibir así, de que el Pearl, que es el mapa más nuevo después de Lotus, se está seleccionando mucho en este locking. ¿Sientes que los equipos que lo piquean lo tienen muy preparado o sientes que lo usan más para que sea un factor sorpresa?
Mira, creo que ese factor sorpresa se está viendo un poco más en Lotus. Yo creo que los equipos tuvieron muchísimo más tiempo como para preparar Pearl. Entonces se está haciendo un mapa muchísimo más de confort para la mayoría de los equipos. Y creo que todo el mundo ya estudió ese mapa muchísimo más. Y Lotus está haciendo un poco más sorpresa.
Gracias.
I believe that was the last question from the press conference. Loud, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.